So I'm Sophia Rowe. I'm 31 years old, and I am a wife, a mom, and a business owner. I own Revive Coffee, and that's been a new endeavor. And I also am in real estate. The Harley.
Oh, that's
I grew up with my dad really having alcohol addiction, and he was a very functional addict, and I don't think I caught on to it really until I was probably around the age of 10. I remember sometimes thinking like some things were like off. I remember my parents always fighting, and I always knew about money, but I didn't know there was also the contributing factor of like alcoholism. He was always trying so hard to hide it from us that it was his lack of presence was probably the biggest thing, of just knowing that he was choosing to do it and feeling like, well, now he can't. He's just not present. Even if he was around, he was checked out. And so I think that was the hardest thing, of just being like, hey, you're here, but I don't really feel like you're here. Probably like the second or third time that he like had close calls to dying from withdrawals. I just remember being in the car with him and being like, hey, Dad, like I can take you back to your camp, because he's been off and on homeless due to it. Or I can take you to rehab and there's a bed for you. I just remember calling for weeks and weeks trying to find a bed, and it just never would line up for the time he wanted help, and this one time it did. Just experience navigating and looking into like, what is rehab like what does it take to get in it? I was so exhausted and disappointed in my sobriety that I could only imagine how people who are like trying to do this alone and get connected would feel. So like, why even try? Because the limited amount of facilities in the state, the limited amount of facilities that actually take any kind of insurance or that are affordable in any way, and then the ones that were available, just the timing of like the window of opportunity for somebody who's seeking for help before they feel like it's too hard again is so small. So when somebody is like, oh, I stopped drinking 2 days ago, and that's like a huge accomplishment for them, but it's not good enough to maybe pass a test, and so then they can't get the help they need. So I'm so excited that there's some place like the Refuge coming in, because I feel like it just will increase people's opportunities to change their life. Like, realize that they're not solely like their addiction. All I want for my dad or anybody facing addiction is to just be healed and to like be able to experience life.